is 10 items. So let's say it could be 10,000 items. Who knows? It doesn't matter. It's just a repetitive list that's the same format every single time. And we have to do a few things to this. We have to eliminate duplicates here. We have to find the largest order who did it with their name and the day it came in on. And we also need to make this a table. So let's say we want to get totals by day as well. So that's not a problem. We can always do that. Let's say we need to, so we're going to run a macro. We have to send this report out whenever it comes in, within a couple hours, something like that. So all we'll do is add the macros in first. File, Options, Customize Ribbon. You'll see Developer right here. It's going to be unchecked by default, so just check that thing. Hit OK. Now you can do macros. All it does is right up here with the other tabs, adds developer. So click that thing, and then we're going to record macro. So for the sake of simplicity, let's say we always start here with cell A1. So we'll go record macro. We'll name it, and we'll call it macro report 1. And you can add a shortcut key if you want. So if you want to open it up and you hit Control M and this thing will run, you can definitely do that. I would suggest you make sure it's another hotkey that you don't use. But I mean, I personally don't use them, but a lot of people do. They like them. So who knows? You can store it in different locations. So this workbook, so every time you open this specific spreadsheet, it'd be one of those where you can load in the new data, run the macro in this workbook, then save the new copy with the date, that kind of thing. Or you can have a new workbook, which is unrelated to this, that you would open when you need to use that macro. Or your personal macro workbook, which operates kind of similarly, but it can store all of your macros for Excel. That way you don't have to necessarily always pull them up or have them available. It might help you with some memory, things like that. You can also write a description here. Let's see, weekly automation report, let's say. Okay, so now we are running it. So we'll start with this. What we're going to do is Control right. We'll go here, highlight everything. And this is, again, like what I'm doing necessarily isn't the most important. It's just to show you that it's very automatable. We'll go remove duplicates. Okay. And we will go sum if. And right here, VLOOKUP, we're going to find the max value. We want to find it within here. Lock that down. The table array is going to be right here. We want to find the second one and exact. And then we will copy this right there. And we're going to change that to 3. Then we'll make this a table. And we will also automatically format these. Then we just go to Developer, we hit Stop Recording, and we have ourselves a macro that should work. So let's take a look. We'll start in the same location here. Then we'll go Macros, Macro Report 1, run, and there we go. Seconds. So we can get this thing sent to us with 10,000 rows of data. It'll do the same thing every single time. So right now you've got this report. It's something that you can change as much as you want. If you want to make a new macro, you can do that. You can also add other formatting. Maybe you want to add, an alphabetization thing here. So you want to go Z to A. Okay. Or you want to go, this way by weekday. You want to widen everything. You can do really all that, and the possibilities are pretty much endless. You might need to learn a little more VBA to get a little more fancy with it, but overall that should pretty much take care of what you need here. You can automate your basic routine tasks, and hopefully this saves you a lot of time. And next time your boss is asking you, hey, how is that? I got a new thing I want you to run. You can either talk about, hey, maybe it takes too much time. Okay, it's going to take me about an hour, sure. When in reality, you know it might take you about 15 seconds once you get a macro built for it. So either take on more work, kick your feet up, regardless. Have a good time. Okay, thanks, and I'll see you next time.